It was a better atmosphere than the all-seater stadium now. I started off stood on Riverside at the halfway point. Always stood there, and my mum, when it went to all-seater, my mother still sat in more or less exactly the same place as she used to stand. And then when I was sort of in my teenage years and I didn't want to be seen with my mum, I used to hang around with my mates on Blackburn End. But then when they made the Riverside all-seater, we went back onto the Riverside, because it used to cost £5 to stand up on Blackburn End, and it was only £6 to sit down at Riverside, so for an extra pound we thought we'd sit down. So we used to sit near my mum, and we used to go to my mum at half time for a cup of coffee, heavily laced with rum, and then stagger back to her own seat. But my mum was my biggest influence with Rovers. We took my mum on her 60th birthday to her birthday party at Ewood Park, and Kenny Dalglish presented her with a birthday cake, which was very nice, and we took the photographs, we got it in the Telegraph. I mean, my mum used to stand outside the ground when they were redeveloping the Riverside. My mum used to stand outside with a bucket selling, well, basically collecting money for people throwing the odd pennies in just to pay for the stand. So quite deceitful of me at that time. I used to borrow her a season ticket because she used to get in the games free because she was collecting money for the ticket. And I remember one time there used to be a little book with season tickets, and it was game number 6, game number 7, game number 8, whatever. And the game was number 6, and we'd already played. They didn't usually do it in order, and they'd already played game number 9, but we still had the the ticket number 9, sorry, in the book. And I gave ticket number 6 in, and my friend gave game number 9 in upside down, and we got in. So yeah, my mum was my biggest influence in supporting Rovers, and she's still there. I started going down to Blackburn when I was 10 years old. My mother was brought up going to Blackburn with her dad, my granddad, and then so my mother took me down when I was 10 years old. I think it was Man City, I think, first game, 1975, 1-2-1. I remember the score, 1-2-1. But I know my mum, I think she criticised me because I think maybe because joy at day were running up and down the terraces chasing my mates, not too bothered about the match that were on the pitch. But yeah, good days. Yeah, my mum was a true Rovers fan, and considering she married a bloke from Burnley, my dad, I'm glad I followed my mum and not my dad. I will be a Rovers fan for life, yeah. I can't imagine I support anybody else, certainly. I think football's changed a lot these days, and it's not what it used to be. I think they've took the Premier League's basically, I think, taking it away from the common man, but I think Blackburn's trying to get it back to the common man now because of the cheaper tickets. So yeah, I'll always support Blackburn. Never anybody else.